What is up, future millionaires? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Ellie Talks Money. And in today's video, we're gonna talk a little bit about structure, okay? Having a business is amazing, but you've gotta pay attention to your structure, such as your business address, such as making sure you file your paperwork on time, making sure you have a business bank account, and etc. All of this is also really important for being able to build business credit and secure funding, okay? So grab your notebook, grab a pen, and let's get into these gems.
Ellie talks money to create the better days. Business, money, life, the Ellie way.
All right, y'all, so let's talk about why you need a virtual address or a registered agent for your business, and also what the difference is between those two, and as well, what this is going to do in terms of establishing your business structure to help you secure things like funding, business credit, and so much more in the future. So first things first, when you do go ahead and form your business entity, if you've already done that, congratulations, you have taken an amazing first step, and you are officially a business owner, okay? An LLC owner. Now, with this, you want to understand that this entity is separate from you. So therefore, it should have its own identity. It should have its own information. It should have its own address. It should have its own phone number. It's really how you want to think about it. The same way that your LLC has its own EIN, where you have a social security number, it should also have its own all other things. So this is why you want to have a virtual address for your business, okay? So let's dive into why this is important. Remember, your LLC is public record, meaning that anyone who goes and searches your Secretary of State, they can see your business, they can see what your business, is about, and they can also see your business address. So if you're putting the address for your home, now they know where you live. They may not know that that's your home address, but it is where you live. So this is why you want to have a virtual address or a registered agent, because it provides this additional layer of security, of anonymity, and it makes it so that your business can have its own identity, but you as the owner are not connected to that. The difference between a virtual address and a registered agent, really, your virtual address is something that you can get from virtualaddress.com, iPostal, Regis. There are so many different virtual address suppliers, and it's still connected to your real address. So you're still gonna get your mail, you're still gonna get any packages, but again, it is listed as a business address, which is important for you. So a registered agent is going to include a virtual address, but this is an agent that is registered to really manage all documents from your business, any information from your business, and any updates for your business. So having a registered agent in place means that you're paying a company usually $50 a year, $100 a year. It's typically very inexpensive. And not only are you gonna have a virtual address, but that's gonna be the name that you put on the LLC as it relates to who is the agent of this business. So in some cases, you would put your name plus a virtual address. But if you prefer to have a registered agent, specifically if you're forming a business out of state, then you would put the registered agent's information, which is usually a company, their address, their phone number, and etc. So then whenever it's time for you to file a renewal, your registered agent is gonna let you know. Whenever you get an update from your Secretary of State, your registered agent is gonna let you know. If you do get some mail, your registered agent is gonna let you know. So that's a really important thing, and that's just the difference. I would say that one isn't necessarily better than the other. It really just depends on what you know about yourself. If you know that you would rather these things to be handled by a company, hire a registered agent. If you know that you would want to have an eye on all of the information coming to your virtual address, then you can absolutely do it yourself, okay? In these cases, this is very important because, again, not only does it provide this extra layer of protection on your business, but it also really does provide this extra layer of validity, if you will, to your business. So when you are applying for business funding, when you're applying for a business credit card or a business loan, one thing you have to understand is when you submit those applications and you're putting your information as the owner of the business and then the business's information, when those two things are the same, such as the same phone number, the same address, it tends to diminish the way that a lender looks at your business in terms of how qualified or big your business is. You want to make sure that each identifier, you and your business, have separate information. And it's been proven that when you're applying for loans, if you're using your own home address and it's the same as your address, this can tend to get your application declined. So this is why you want to have it separate. As well, when you're building business credit, it is super important for you to ensure that what is on your business credit accounts for Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, Equifax, and what's reporting to the bureaus is your business information. So your business address, separate from your personal address. Remember, personal credit and business credit are separate. So you want to make sure that the information for you personally and for your business are also separate. And one thing I want you to understand is that these costs that you're going to pay for a registered agent or a virtual address are very, very low. And they're all a tax deduction, okay? So this is a tax write-off. And with that being said, you've got to recognize that this is what is going to establish the long-term growth and trajectory of your business to be able to open more doors for funding, open more doors for opportunity, and really just position your business as the true, serious, business that it is, okay? So if you don't have a virtual address yet, or if you already registered your business using your home address, you can update it. What you have to do is go to your Secretary of State, file a new statement of information, and with that new statement of information, you're gonna typically pay a small fee, maybe between $20 to $40, and that's where you can put your new address, okay? So it's not the end of the world. If you already put your home address, just make this update, and that will trickle down to all your accounts. Now, what I want you to do is download my free business funding strategy workbook. It's really gonna help you start those building blocks of your business credit, get you what you need to know in order to get your first bit of funding, and it's completely free. So that's in the description. Comment what questions you have on this subject so I can incorporate it into the next video, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.